We need to talk about the toxic positivity problem in games media these days, the absolute disconnect that they have with gamers in general. Every time a post like this comes up, and I'm just like, do you not understand why negative feedback is valuable? How people can improve based off of that? No, no, no. It has to be the toxic positivity every single time. Gamers are just the worst people in the world. This is from Parris, who says, if you love video games, always root for a game to succeed. The ripple effect of a failed game on the industry impacts the people who make. First off, before I even keep going, cry me a river. Where's the world's smallest violin for this? Impacts the people good. Put the fries in the proverbial bag. Get out of the industry. Not everyone can be an astronaut. How many times do you have to say this? I don't know why I always have to be such a dick about this, but apparently if you're trying to tiptoe through the tulips and be nice about it, they get offended at you even more. So no matter what, you can't win. Not everyone deserves to be a developer. Not everyone deserves to be making games. It's for the best of the best. Otherwise, don't be wasting our time with it. Like, this is the big leagues. Gaming is the biggest entertainment medium on planet Earth. Be good at what you do. I don't know what else to tell you. It can impact the people who make the games and us, the people who enjoy playing them for many years afterwards. You're witnessing that impact right now. So he's referencing the backlash from Highguard and just the absolute destruction that game is going through with the brutal reviews on Steam and how it's being covered on social media. On Steam, Highguard, mostly negative reviews. 21,000 reviews. This is after 3 days of being out. And look who's first here. Jay Viper, friend of the channel. I can't recommend this one. What, Jay, what's with all the negativity, bro? I gave it a try, but the gameplay loop is a huge miss. So much downtime with a large map between two bases. It's just too much. This could work as a team elimination in a 4v4v4 or 3v3v3v3 format. Look at this. Not just complaining, but offering advice to the developers of how to improve it and make it better potentially. The loot section of the game lasts too long, and if the game just started, you would loot, it could be fine. Then you could choose to get loot or go to the shield breaker. On a failed raid, it makes you loot again. If that was the only loot session, it could be more bearable. Banger review. Hey, good job, Jay. But this is getting blasted across the board. Lots of overwhelmingly negative reviews. Here's a lot of positive ones here right now. Mostly negative, overwhelmingly negative. And we're getting responses from Parris that are saying it's happening right now. You need to stop being negative because it's going to impact the people that work in the game industry. How dare you? I quote tweeted him and said, toxic positivity is just veiled hostility that demands silence, not solutions. At the core, it's about control, unironically mirroring the collectivist mindset where dissent is treated as a problem to be managed instead of addressed. Gamers should demand transparency and accountability. Only then can actual improvement come. This, to me, when people push toxic positivity, there is a direct correlation. I know, don't make games political. Don't keep politics out of gaming. These are the people pushing a communistic mindset into gaming. Toxic positivity at its core is communism. It's like, no, get that shit out of here. We like to be open, have conversations about our games, what we like, what we don't like. The internet is just a bigger room with a lot more people to have those conversations. So miss me with this. Don't talk bad about the games because it hurts the developers. Fuck out of here. I care? What? Did they care about me? Do you think, let me ask you this, these developers, do you think if everyone unsubs from me, I lost all my support, nobody watched my videos anymore, do you think that those same developers would be out on a soapbox saying, hey, go support all YouTubers, every single one of them, go watch all their videos because we need to make sure we prop everyone up? That's not possible. Sorry. Like, some people can succeed in this world. Others fall by the wayside. Everyone can always try to be better, but miss me with the everyone deserves success. Endymion, we shouldn't reward bad games because if we do, all we get is more bad games if those products are able to survive. It's like advocating for participation trophies. It's pointless. People deserve good games worth their time and money. If it's not, you have the right as any consumer to voice your opinion. Like, imagine saying this about a restaurant. Sure, their food sucks and you'll get food poisoning, but opening a restaurant is hard, okay? Stop making bad food then. It's not the customer's job to figure that out for you. Unrelated, but this is going around right now. Thomas Buha, tired of seeing headlines of how many players Highguard has lost. Like, sure, you can argue that's putting facts out there. Facts don't care about these guys' feelings. It's hysterical. It's like, you can show them facts and they'll be like, la, 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 look over here. But I can't escape the feeling there's just this, quote, celebration of a game doing badly. I don't even think it's that. I really don't. I'm not here looking to celebrate the downfall of Highguard. I'm sure when I say that, there will be people in the comments that are like, I am. Front row seat. I'm here to watch it fail for whatever reason. And as a customer, as a gamer, as a witness to what's happening, you're more than welcome to do that. People that are trying to control the conversation say things like this. And just putting out negative headlines for the sake of it. It's not just for the sake of it. It's the fact of what happened, and you're reacting to the fact of what happened. That's not just for the sake of doing it. Shouldn't us game devs even try? Let's Daddy Warpig quote tweeting Parris. Bad games should fail. Studios who produce bad games and run out of money should go out of business, so other studios can have their shot. And studios who deliberately antagonize or insult their audience, who deliberately produce games they know their audience don't want and won't buy, and who care more about politics than quality, should absolutely shut down. Ditto for game reviewers who treat their audience the same way. Banger comment. Multiple people. It's not just Parris saying it. It's not just this Thomas Puha saying it. It's also Cliff Blazinski, who is someone who is a former higher up in the games industry. Many of you are familiar with this guy. When did it become trendy to hate on a new game? Been seeing it more and more in recent years. It's exhausting. Stop putting out slop. It's really that easy. If you're going to be marketing it, putting hundreds of millions of dollars into a game, having hundreds plus developers on a team into a game, and the game comes out and A, it's either riddled with DEI and propaganda and agenda pushing and ideology, or B, almost as bad, just not good. People have the right to hate on the game and say, yeah, no, I don't want to play it. This, by the way, is a perfect example of someone focusing on the negativity to try to make you feel bad for feeling a way about something. They're pointing at you saying, don't say anything bad about Highguard. Just don't, because you're falling into the trap of all the negativity on the internet, as opposed to you're just thinking for yourself and saying, yeah, I tried it, didn't like it. Or I watched people I trust play it. I got bored watching them play it and I didn't like it. You're allowed to have that opinion. And of course, Cliff, Parris, Thomas Puha, they're all welcome to have their opinion too. But the difference is they're trying to tell you how you're allowed to think, how you're allowed to handle it. And that actually is the only tiring thing in all of this. Just a brief clip at the beginning of Legendary Drops, because I think he really nailed it with this video. He said, Highguard is the biggest cope I've ever seen. And it's right at the beginning of the video. It's a banger video.
Can we please stop this? I am having a really hard time seeing the difference between article and advertisement this week.
Like right there. I'll listen a little bit longer, but I'm having a hard time being able to decipher between an article and an advertisement. I've been covering Highguard since it launched and even before it launched. And all the media shills out there are across the board. Please give Highguard a try. Don't listen to the haters. Don't listen to the internet. Don't do that. Just play the game. Please, it's so good. Why? It's either A, they're all getting paid off, which I don't think the developer Wildlight Entertainment has the kind of money for that to do that, but maybe. Or B, and more concerning, it's Gamergate rearing its ugly head again. Buddy in the industry with friends that are reviewers, they're just like, hey, I'll do you a solid. I'll pump this game up because, yeah, I guess I enjoy playing it for a little bit. And I'm friends with you behind the scenes. And I'm going to use my position of authority, whatever there's left of it when it comes to a game journalist, and push that out there to everyone without disclosing any kind of behind the scenes connections that I have with you.
Highguard has to be the biggest cope that I have ever seen. At least the biggest one that I've seen yet. You have players that are dragging the game through the mud, deservedly so. Meanwhile, you have journalists and others that are hand-waving those criticisms, saying that it's all just a hate campaign. It's a culture war. You haven't played the game enough yet. You need to play it longer before you're actually allowed to have a valid opinion. Don't you understand? It's redefining shooters, even though I'm pretty sure we have plenty of definitions for a game like this.
I'll share the whole video in the description, but that was the main part that I wanted to cover for this, because it's not just legendary drops. It's not just me. It's not just Vera Dark or other content creators. Across the board, we're seeing this in real time where they are trying to push propaganda of a game that is not doing well. Like, by and large, here is a current look at Highguard right now on SteamDB. The game's been out for 2 days. It's gone from just under 100,000 people to, on its second day, hold on, let me refresh. Oof. That's not great, especially if you consider it's a free-to-play game. There is, outside of having a computer, zero barrier to entry to playing this. There's no direct correlation between playing this game and making money off of playing this game. So with that amount of people playing on day 2 of launch, this is unbelievable. This is surreal. The fall from grace this had. Wildlight Entertainment must have been high as a kite when they launched it and they saw it climbing past 97,000 people, thinking that this was going to go to the fucking moon. And then reality struck. People actually played it for, it only took a few people a half an hour, 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, hour and a half to make up their mind and say, uninstall. I know what this game's about and it's not for me. That's not good. And it'd be one thing if it took 6 months for this to happen or a year. This is 2 days. So if anything is going to change on this, it's going to need to be a massive update that completely overhauls the core mechanics of the game. And that is a tall order for a game that just launched. So I can see why the Journos shills out there are trying to save this game, because they see what we see. It's all public, transparent. They're trying to make you not look at the facts. They're trying to say, look over here, not the man behind the curtain. Look over here and just listen to what we're telling you. And put your fingers in your ear if you're ever watching a YouTuber dare tell you the reality of what's happening with this game. Because we got friends in this industry and they have mouths. We got to feed the mouths. You know, that they deserve a job because they exist, I guess. And because of that, you know, I guess it goes back again to the communistic mindset of everyone deserves a career in whatever they want, regardless of talent. That is the current situation with toxic positivity in gaming and where it leads us to. I think what I and many other creators do is a very important service. And we get kicked around, we get shit on. Mainstream media hates us because we speak the truth. They hate us for it. I deal with it on a daily basis, oftentimes an hourly basis on social media. The things that some people in professional journalism say about me is abhorrent. They are miserable fucking people. So the irony of them saying you need to be positive about stuff, miss me, please. I've seen what makes you cheer.